Hello and very warm welcome to RefLims. This is Swaroh Hussain. In this hands-on video tutorial, we will learn how we can download Debian 12 ISO and create a virtual machine through the VMware. So to download the Debian ISO, we need to visit debian.org, and this system is here's the current release, and you can see the details of current release is actually 10th December. It has updated on 10th December, and so you can select this one, but this is actually the limited packages. So to have the complete, you need to select the other, and then in other you will see the okay, download mirrors, and on download mirrors we have this one. um, Yes. So we have two options. One is CD and the other one is DVD. So this option is quite good nowadays, and we can select this is for 64-bit system. So I will go with this, and here. So you can see about the directory detail, and you can select this file. So this file is about 3.7 GB. So it will take a long time, and you can select this. So it will start the downloading. So I have already downloaded this. So let me stop here. And if you see, the original file size is actually 628 MB. So it's actually the net installation packages, and that has limited packages. And this size is actually 3 GB, 3.7 GB. That's mean this is the completed DVD version. So now let's start the installation. So you can download this, and it will take a long time to download. And okay, now let me open my VMware. And if you want to learn how we can install VMware, I have a complete video including VMware and the virtual box. So this VMware is actually 15.5 Pro, and it's a licensed version. And so you need to create a new machine here, and the typical recommendations, I mean recommended, and you need to select the ISO file. So on my download folder, I have two files. This one, it's Ubuntu, and this one is for Debian. So next, and the Linux, here I need to select go with the Debian. Uh, okay, the latest version of Debian here is actually 10, but don't worry. This VMware is actually the old version. So but I have license for this. Okay, and there you can actually change the name to Debian 12 directory, and I think 40 GB would be enough, or I think 60 GB. Let us go. And then memory, you can increase the memory. We need at least 4 GB here. So, and or you can use this and close this. Now it's 4 GB, and finish now. So you need to power on to this virtual machine. And there you can see graphical install and the installation and the advanced option, accessible, dark contrast. So we will go with the graphical installation. There we need to select the language. So English, and okay. Installation is actually very patient work. You need to wait, you need to see, and you need to provide the name here. So we'll say Debian 12. Host name. This is actually host name. I don't know the domain. The password would be something you can select. I just go with the continue. Uh, okay, set up the user and the password. Okay, Debian 12. Okay. Write the password here and you can show the password, and you can select the clock. So we will say Eastern. So it will say the use entire disk. Yes, we have 60 GB and use it. All file in one partition. Yes, recommended for new user. Yes. And undo changes. So you can change undo the changes, but finish partitions and write changes to disk. Okay. Okay. Now you can actually delete the entire disk and create the partition. I mean the 60 GB, not the whole disk of your system. So it will work with the 60 GB that we have allocated. My webcam is a little hanging, so I cannot actually display my face there. So anyhow, but I need to figure out the problem. So it's actually installing the base system and Linux. I mean, Debian is one of the distribution of Linux, and it's quite effective for Koha library system. So we will try to install Koha later on, maybe in the same video, maybe in next video. Okay. I think we do not need to install, I mean, scan any other media file. So yes, no, I mean, and yes, we can use and US. We do not, we have no idea about this. So leave it blank. We actually make the network mirror, and in network mirror we have selected US, and we do not know the host. I mean, so we leave it blank. Now it's actually select and install the software, and it has multiple files, so it will take time. but stay with me because each and every step is important. Uh, okay, we can participate there. This is important. You need to consider this, and we can have the SSH server, web server. You can also have the mate, but I think that's okay. Desktop environment is important actually. Speed up. Okay, now here, yes, where you need to install the bootloader. I think this one. No. And now it's going to end the installation. And it has completed now. So continue to reboot. So we're done. And now continue. All are okay. So now it's done, and let us log in for the very first time. So here we are at the activities, and this is actually the Debian graphic interface, and there we need to work on some initial setup. So yes, okay, next, next, skip. Now I'll start using. So we can start using this here, and we can use the terminal. Okay, so okay, now next what we will try to install the Koha library system on Debian 12. Welcome back. Now we are going to install the Koha library system on Debian 12, and here we have the Debian VM. So let us log in here, and we need to open the terminal and su and the root password, and also the installation guideline, I mean the command lines, those I have put here. See, so we will use these command line to install the Koha 23.11 on Debian 12. Okay, so let's start now. First of all, we need to update our system. You can say apt update. Okay, it's actually ignoring, so we need to work on the source files. I guess it's a sudo uh, g added etc. Okay, sorry, we need to use nano. And okay, we need to we need to comment here, and we need to save. Control O and Control X. Now let's try. So it has updated now, and let us upgrade. Okay, all upgraded, and we need to add the Debian source list, I mean the Koha source list for stable version. So copy this command and paste here, and then we need to add the source key. And after this, so it's okay now. You can see this. If I can bigger the size. Oh no. Yes. Okay. So you can see this now. Let me clear this. And Now we need to update once again. And then we will install the Koha library system. And I hope you can see this. Yes. So it will take few times. So let me stop my system here. I mean, stop the recording here, and I'll just come back when it may complete. Okay, so it has done now, and leave the full screen. And after this, we need to configure the Koha sites and copy this command and paste here. There we need to use nano as the editor, and here we need to add the intra port for staff interface, and control O to save, enter, and control X to exit. Okay, after this we need to install the MySQL server. Instead of MySQL, we will go with the MariaDB. Okay. And yes, remember we need to update these command line with apt only, not get. On Debian, get is actually effective on Ubuntu, and instead of gedit we will use nano here as a default editor. Okay, now after the MariaDB we will enable the rewrite mode. So copy and paste here. Again, CGI mode, copy, paste here, and restart the Apache. Copy, or we can use the system control command. It's available there. Okay, now we are going to create the database, and the database name is library. You can have any other name if you want to, but by default it's library, so we will go with the library. Okay, it's done. And after this, let us configure the ports. Okay, there we need to work with nano and Control O, enter X, and restart Apache again. And disable the default site. And enable the deflate mode. And enable the library. And restart Apache again. Now let me clear this. And you can check the password by using this command. So we have done the installation, and you can copy this password here. Okay. And press enter to clear and exit now. Okay, so we have done the installation Koha library system. Now let us open the Firefox. There we need to enter the localhost address. Okay, so it's 127.0.0.1. It's 8080 for staff interface. And we need to work on the web installer, and then we need to work on the onboarding tools of Koha library system. Here we need to log in with the Koha, uh, and the library is actually the database name. There we need to provide the password. Where is that password? This one. Copy here and paste. Login. Now install language packages. I mean, by default it has English only. So okay. Perl dependencies. Continue to the next step, and database settings. There we can see the database settings here. Now set up database. And install the basic configuration settings. Continue to the next step, and here we need to select the flavor of mark, so we will go with the mark 2 one. And then we need to see the mandatory things here, and there are some optional, so we will select the optional things. So select all, and we can unselect. Okay, I think let us go with the select all for this installation, but you will see what suit to you. This is just to save time. In fact, you can skip all, those are not mandatory. But these things are actually very helpful when you actually work on the Koha library system. Okay, now it has done. So set up for the onboarding tools. Okay, there you need to provide the surname of the administrator. So I would go with my name. By default, this is actually the sample library, and this one is the sample category. And you can select any other, for example, library or and this administrative login must be different from your Koha library login. So for example, here I would say this is actually the login for the super librarian. Okay, now finally it has settled. Okay, so you need to provide the circulation rules. So right now we will go with the default. When we will work on the administrative settings, so we can change them. And now start using Koha. This is not your actually super librarian credential. And you can save them. Save the password. Now we have installed the Koha 23.11 on Debian uh, 12.4. Yes. So we have installed the Koha successfully on Debian 12. There you can see. So in the next video, we will start working on this and how we effectively we can work on Koha library system. So thank you very much for watching RefLimps. This is Farooq Hussain. Take care yourself and keep watching RefLimps. And yes, our pack is here. See, so thank you now.